I've got some bad news for you. Your certification landing page isn't working, but I know why and how to fix it. If you're a leader in the certification industry or your company has a history of supporting certification related products or projects, and you're struggling to manage inbound leads, not sure what you're paying for on your website, interested in guidance or support from some professionals, and value a proven, repeatable process to turn your website into a revenue driving asset, this video was made for you. But if your website is already doing its job, it's converting visitors, it's generating leads, ranking well on Google, and you understand your costs, and your clients love the experience, you probably don't need this. At the end of the day, this video is for teams who know they could do better, but aren't sure how. Before we dive in, I wanted to share a quick story. A few years ago, like you, I was stuck too. We were facing our third website rebuild in just 12 months for a certification client. My team and I were trapped in what felt like an endless cycle of revisions and pivots. And it wasn't just this project. After years of launching websites across organizations of all sizes, we watched the same pattern repeat itself, destroying timelines, budgets, and morale. We call it degenerative web cycle. It sounds probably all too familiar to you. Let's gather everyone's feedback on design. Marketing and sales have different conflicting visions. This executive suddenly wants to switch platforms. Or can we squeeze this product somewhere in on the homepage? And after years of similar experiences, we realized we needed a strategy-first approach instead of a process where stakeholders, who understandably have expertise in their own domain, but not in necessarily web development. The typical stakeholders in the process, through no fault of their own, haven't built a website professionally, weren't trained as designers, have a surface level understanding of code, and haven't invested thousands of hours crafting search-ready content. These websites were built on personal taste, and while we found ourselves stuck in a never-ending cycle of reacting to problems instead of building something the organization needed. So we stopped thinking about it in terms of pages and pixels and started thinking about performance. Fast forward to today, we now have our framework, the regenerative web, a proactive cycle of content, design, and development that grows, scales with you as your business flourishes online. Now, doesn't this sound better? All critical platform decisions are made in a single afternoon. You choose from well-researched on-brand design templates delivered straight to your inbox. Approvals happen in a snap. All that hard work is front-loaded in the process. Your site launches with fun and fanfare, and ongoing maintenance is a breeze because there aren't plugins or other things to maintain. With Regenerative Web, you now have a process that helps organizations better capture leads, quickly adapt and iterate on offers, get found in search, and be an online destination that you can be proud of. We've tested this, refined it, and proven it across multiple projects and clients, and now I want to walk you through exactly how we do it. Now, here's what most certification organizations do. They either do it themselves, they put the logo in the top left corner, list their services, brochure style, and push all leads to a contact page. Or they hire a great generalist agency. They make it look good, but they might miss the nuances of our industry. Or worst of all, you become the de facto project manager, juggling multiple freelancers and trying to get them all on the same page. And after all that, the site still doesn't perform. It's frustrating. You invested time, money, and energy, and what you have to show for it is another site that sits there and doesn't drive results. But there is a new way that we call the Regenerative Website Framework. Your website becomes a growth engine, building credibility, attracting new customers, aligning your team, and supporting every conversation your sales team has with prospects. But before we get too much further here, I do want to introduce myself. My name is Shane Gring, and I have been in the certification industry for the last 15 years. My career began in the early days of sustainability, worked for U.S. Green Building Council on some of their social equity programming, led and built certification software for the WELL standard, and then over those years became a strategic marketing advisor to the leadership group at IWPI. More recently, I led a $3 million a year generalist marketing technology agency, and as of this year, now represent Certainly. And we are the first workers cooperative focused on marketing and technology solutions in the certification industry. All right, so with the regenerative web framework, we take your website from looking nice but doesn't quite work to a site that supports real business and missional growth. And we break that process down into 3 phases: discover, define, and deliver. In the discovery phase, we have 3 different steps. We map your success path, we look at your existing content, and establish your new taxonomy and your new architecture for the site. Really help you understand and get a feel for where you're at. Then we head over to phase 2, to define, where we take a look at what success looks like for you, build that look, and then establish that language for the site, really getting down to what the site is going to do. And then phase 3 is where we deliver that site. So we got our designers involved to design and build that site, designers to develop it, and then have a really fun launch to get that site out to the world and in the hands of your customers and get you to a place where you are ready to share. All right, phase 1, discover. In this phase, the whole goal is to understand where you're at. We'll audit your current site, goals, and content. We'll map what's working, what's missing, and what needs to change. The whole goal is to give you total clarity on where you're at before lifting a finger. Without this phase, you'll possibly build the wrong thing, waste time inventing what you currently have, choose tools or goals that don't quite align with where you're heading, or make decisions based on assumptions rather than true insights. But if we do follow the discover phase, you'll have clarity on what we're going to do and build. You'll know what content can be recycled or upcycled to save time and effort. We'll have the right technology choice that is going to support your business most effectively. And then I think the cool thing is that we'll find these hidden assets or opportunities inside your own library to really maximize and make the most of what you really know and bring to the table. Step 1 is map success. And this is where we lay the groundwork for your certification website's purpose and direction. We begin with collaborative discovery sessions, bringing together key stakeholders from your certification program, marketing, sales, and executive teams. We use our proprietary assessment tools to identify what truly matters to your organization, whether that's increasing certification enrollment, improving your AP or candidate retention, or showcasing your program credibility. During this phase, we facilitate those interactive workshops to align everyone around the goals of the website. We curate a detailed candidate persona that captures the journey of each of your certification seekers. We document your certification program's unique value proposition and competitive advantages. We help you establish clear and measurable KPIs that will define the success of this intervention. And then we'll map the ideal certification client journey from awareness to certification completion. This map success stage allows us to transform the abstract website goals into a clear strategic roadmap that aligns your program's objectives with measurable digital outcomes. Step 2, that we call maximizing content. We want you to benchmark your existing content through a thorough evaluation of all your existing assets to identify what's working, what's not, and what's missing. For certification programs and their providers, this means examining not only your website copy, but program descriptions, candidate resources, and testimonials through both a marketing and educational lens. During this phase, we perform a comprehensive audit using our assessment frameworks designed specifically for certification-oriented websites. We analyze traffic and engagement patterns to identify your highest performing content. We catalog your existing visual assets, identifying gaps and opportunities for enhancement. We review functional elements like applications forms, sample questions, and certification information for usability and accessibility. We benchmark your content against certification industry standards and competitor offerings. And we map content needs to each stage of your certification candidate's decision journey. This will allow us to aggregate feedback and ultimately choose material on which to build upon. This opportunity allows us to repurpose that successful content and fill critical gaps in your narrative. In this step 2, we're able to transform your existing digital assets into strategic resources, ensuring that every piece of content serves your certification program's goals and meets the specific needs of your certification candidates. Step 3 is called establishing architecture. It's where strategic planning meets practical implementation. Here we create the structural blueprint that will organize your website for both optimal user experience and operational efficiency. During this phase, we'll make a comprehensive sitemap optimized for your customer's journey. We'll establish content hierarchies that prioritize the most valuable information for your users or customers. We'll plan integration points with your existing management systems and determine the most appropriate CMS and technology stack to meet the goals that we recently discussed. We'll also document user flows for critical processes like application submissions or credential verifications or other things in your business process, and then create wireframes to visually think about the layout and functionality of each of the key pages. In the establish architecture step, we transform those strategic insights into a blueprint, ensuring that you have the technical foundation that supports both your business needs and those of your customers. And to put a bow on this phase 1 of Discover, our philosophy here is that a well-built site begins and starts with a well-defined insight. And so this is the most meaty phase. So we spend the majority of the time together to really get these ideas out, documented. And so the build process is very effective and maximizes the goals and the outcomes that we all desire here. Phase 2, what to do. We bring your brand and strategy into a single cohesive plan. From visuals to copy to stakeholder input to SEO, they're all aligned. And this is where creativity meets precision. Without this defined phase, you'll be stuck in endless revisions and delays, a site full of mismatches, copy and visuals, lost time and momentum, and internal teams that are going to be pulling a lot of different directions. With the defined stage, you'll get on-brand designs delivered fast, tailored design directions to choose from, expert copy that ranks and converts, and stakeholder buy-in that makes final approvals much, much smoother. The first step in Define is what we call visualize identity. This is where you set the mood. Visualize identity is where your brand's personality comes to life visually. We translate your credibility and expertise and values into visible language that resonates with clients and stakeholders alike. Rather than starting with a blank canvas, we use a structured process to explore and refine visual direction. During this phase, we create 2 to 3 different distinct boards to capture different aspects of your brand's personality. We build visual references from both industry leaders to broader industry contexts. We explore color palettes that convey appropriate levels of authority and accessibility. We help you develop typographic systems that balance professionalism and readability across all devices. We select imagery that is authentically yours and represents both your community and your industry. And this process is designed to help you build consensus around this identity early, preventing revisions later. In this step, the whole goal is to transform abstract brand concepts into tangible visual directions, create alignment around your program's aesthetic before a single design element is created. Step 5, create look. It's where strategic design thinking meets practical implementation. Here we develop a comprehensive design direction based on the approved visual identity and refine them through structured feedback until we arrive at the perfect expression of your certification brand. During this phase, we create high-fidelity prototypes of key pages, help you build and design custom UI components tailored to your business process, refine the selected direction into a comprehensive design system. This iterative approach helps keep stakeholders engaged throughout the process while maintaining design integrity. We focus on one high-fidelity prototype page first to establish that visual language and give you a guide for the rest of the site. This helps prevent scope creep and endless revisions that plague most website projects. This step helps you transform your visual identity into a cohesive, purposeful design system that elevates your programming and offers, ensuring an intuitive experience for your customers. The final step in the define stage is step 6, build new content. And this is where strategic messaging meets technical optimization. Together, we craft compelling narratives about your programming and offers and make sure it resonates with your customers while also satisfying the needs of search engine requirements around visibility. This dual-purpose content strategy allows your offerings to get found and that you get chosen. During this phase, we'll audit the existing content for effectiveness, accuracy, and optimization potential. We'll develop a comprehensive keyword strategy focused on solution-seeking intent. We'll make new compelling page titles and meta descriptions to drive qualified traffic. Help you craft headers and guide candidates through your buyer's journey. And develop authoritative content that establishes your programs and your offers' credibility. We'll also go through and structure your content hierarchies to prioritize the right information that people are searching and looking for, and then make sure at a technical level that the schema markup will help search engines understand and recommend your offerings. This content development goes beyond generic web copy because we understand the unique language that certifications and their providers and their networks have around the journey of a certification program, from that initial what is this exploration to all the way to, let's say, a recertification process. This specialized knowledge allows us to create content that serves both your audience while also building your authority at a digital level. So with the build content step, it is all about transforming your value proposition into strategically crafted messaging that connects with your customers and helps you climb up the search rankings to drive qualified leads and traffic into your checkout pathways. At the end of this define phase, the whole goal is to get so aligned that the final designs and the final messaging feel like an obvious yes to you. We don't want you reacting. We want you to be able to execute with a clear vision, backed by strategy that we're able to interpret and build upon for your success. Let's move on to phase 3. In phase 3, which we call the deliver phase, it's where execution meets ease. Your site goes live beautifully and efficiently, and this is where our team here at Certainly really work our magic. Without this phase, you will be chasing people for updates. Your launch will continue to drag on. You'll miss goals and deadlines, and you'll probably second guess every last step. But with the deliver phase and the team at Certainly, finished pages will land into your inbox for review. You'll get demo leaks to review a live website and see how this will interact and work with your clients. You'll be able to launch your site in less than 90 days, getting it into the hands of people that need it the most. And you'll get a clear launch and post-launch roadmap that you'll be able to measure the performance and impact of this intervention on your business. Now, this phase is divided into 3 steps as well, and we're going to talk about each of those steps now. The first of the 3 steps in the delivery phase of the program is the design for results step. And this is where strategy becomes visual reality. In this phase, we transform all planning, content, and approved design concepts into a comprehensive set of full-page design to completely articulate your website's experience. This methodological process ensures consistency, usability, and alignment with your organization's business objectives. During this phase, we create detailed wireframes for every page type in your website's ecosystem. We develop responsive mockups that showcase your user experience across devices. We design specialized interface elements for different functions that might be required for your use cases. We'll put those designs into an interactive Figma prototype that helps you stimulate and understand what an actual user journey could be. We'll implement a component-based design system that ensures consistency across your entire digital footprint. And this design process prioritizes both aesthetic appeal and functional excellence. We understand that websites must balance professionalism with accessibility, authority, and user friendliness. And each design element that we create is with that balance in mind, ensuring that your program is presented in the most compelling and effective way possible. This step helps you transform those strategic planning efforts into comprehensive visual blueprints, helping you create a complete set of designs that stakeholders can approve with confidence before a single line of code is written. Step 8 is to actually develop the site. It's where those designs transform into a functional digital experience. The development process combines technical excellence with industry best practices to create a website that looks beautiful, performs flawlessly, and delivers measurable results for your offers and programming. During this phase, we'll develop all of our pages using the most modern front-end web frameworks for optimal performance. We'll implement technical SEO best practices to make sure it's calibrated based on our planning from prior stages. We'll build in responsive layouts to provide optimal digital experience across all devices. We'll make sure that the interfaces are accessible and comply with WCAG standards. Set up security protocols to make sure we're protecting the right sensitive information that we might come across. Implement all the analytic tracking to measure the checkout and lead generation effectiveness. We'll get all of that into a staging environment for comprehensive testing. And then we'll run some tests to make sure it's loading effectively and getting to people as fast as we can. Our development approach combines precision with flexibility and scalability, and we set out to build a website that helps you maintain adaptability for future growth. This ensures that your business has a digital home that can continue to evolve alongside your organization's needs. In this step, we aim to transform those designs into fully functional websites and help you create a digital experience that performs beautifully for both your users and for search engines. Okay, we made it to launch day. Step 9 is about launching with confidence and giving you a website that you're proud to share. This is the final phase that ensures your website does not just go live, but succeeds from day one. Our structured launch process helps you minimize risk while maximizing your impact, ensuring that your program makes a strong digital debut. During this phase, we'll implement any final analytic configuration to track specific conversion goals. We'll build and create custom dashboards to monitor your traffic, engagement, and conversions. We'll train your team on content management and site administration. And we'll create documentation for ongoing website management and tips. We'll implement any redirects from legacy websites or pages to maintain your SEO's integrity. And we'll communicate with your stakeholders, your marketing team or your sales team for a synchronized launch communication for a really fun and exciting day. We'll deploy that site to production, helping to monitor for any issues, and then provide immediate support post-launch to address any ongoing concerns. Over that first month, we'll have regular check-in points to make sure that things are still on pace and working as expected. Then we'll also provide a 90-day optimization roadmap post-launch based on what we're seeing at a data level on the site itself. Our launch day extends well beyond that technical deployment. We really strive to make sure that your team is fully prepared to leverage your new website as a valuable business asset with the knowledge, tools, and support that you need for long-term success. This step 9, the last step in the process, is designed to help you transform your website into a live performing business asset with the proper management tools in place, ensuring that your presence starts strong and continues to improve through data-driven optimization. So once the site's out and the plan is in place, phase 3 comes to a wrap. And the whole idea here is no more waiting, no more chaos, just results. We want to make sure that everything clicks into place and you finally feel like we did it. It works. I can't believe it. The cool thing is that this isn't theory. It works. We led the International Well Building Institute through a site restructure, helping them increase traffic by over 104%, bringing in hundreds of new relevant leads to their business. For our other client, Delos Living, we helped them migrate from a giant, clunky WordPress system to now streamlined, beautiful website and CMS, saving editing time, eliminating bottlenecks, and enabling scalability across their global service regions. Their team is finally back in control. These results are repeatable because the process is repeatable. It's not about trends or hacks. It's about clarity, planning, and professional execution. If this process is appealing to you, like it has many of our other clients in the space, we encourage you to reach out. Schedule a breakthrough call with one of our advisors today and walk you through an assessment of where you're at now, where you want to be, and then see if the regenerative digital framework is the right one for your goals. This one call could change the way you look at your website and what it can do for your business.